Hey everybody, and welcome back to JoshL5. I'm going to just start this level off by saying that I have botched up at least 2 recording sessions of this. One just because I had awful commentary, and the other because I kept making really dumb mistakes, and it capped off with a journey into the final room, and I noticed from there I was able to window shop and notice that in another area of the level I had forgotten to get a chip. That was probably the worst feeling ever. So I'm just starting all over again. Just because, honestly, yeah, I really just want to get past this level because you guys have seen it enough. I like it. I'm not trying to say that I hate it or anything, but it would just not be fun to watch the same thing over and over and over again. And you guys have had enough of that in, earlier parts of the set. So I'm not going to put you through it again. I really don't want to put you through it again. And I forgot to get the fire boots. Anyway, the thing that I've discovered here is that I'm doing this all wrong, because I was assuming that you couldn't really let go of that ball until later, whereas you can totally do it right away and get the suction boots, which... And there we go, we're starting to make silly mistakes. But anyway, the point is that you have to have the suction boots to even get to that area with the bugs. And in the area with the bugs, you need the fire boots to even get to any of the chips, because you can't move the block with the bugs in their current positions. So, yeah, that's kind of the gist of it, basically. Yeah, I forgot to go over here. But yeah, the rest of the level, like, we were doing everything else right. At least I think we were. So, I think we're pretty good. But, while I'm playing through all this again, I would like to talk to you guys about some stuff. And I figured this is the perfect time to do it since we're replaying through old stuff and, we don't have to worry about commentary necessarily. I want to talk to you guys about CCLP4. Because honestly, this has come up before in the CC community, and I've kind of been a little miffed about it just because it was always brought up during CCLP1 production, which I know I shouldn't be taking this personally, but I did, because honestly, as the person who was in charge of the staff of CCLP1, it's kind of at least offensive to me that, basically there's this sentiment of, oh, we don't care about this, we want the next thing. At least that's kind of the way it comes across. I don't know if that's the way it was intended to come across. Then I apologize, but it can kind of feel that way sometimes. So it was kind of a sore subject for me, and for some other. But now that CCLP1 has been released, I don't think there's any real reason not to talk about it. We've played the set. For the most part, CCLP1 is kind of unique in the sense, well, in a couple of senses. One is that it's easy, so most of us were able to beat it in a week max. Some of us were able to beat it in a day. I mean, I know there was one guy who speedran. I don't know what the past tense of that is, but was speedrunning the game in about a day or so. And I mean, that's not bad, compared to CCLP2 and especially 3. So, going through the set has not been really cumbersome for people. It's been fairly manageable. Which is good, because I was hoping that it would be easy, something that beginners could find accessible. But the other thing that I think puts us in a unique position for this set is that CCLP1, because of its specific purpose and being easy, left us a bunch of levels that were in the submission pool that, aren't quite so easy, and, some of which could have theoretically been in the set, but, there just wasn't enough room just because we didn't want to inundate it with hard levels. So we've got plenty of levels that are more difficult. So I think, theoretically, we could start to build a submission pool of levels for CCLP4, and I don't think there's any real issue with that. And that's kind of what I've been trying to talk about now, is that, there's a lot of reasons why, there's no real issue with this. I mean, in terms of actually producing the set, yes, I agree that, yes, we should probably wait to let this all sink in. I mean, I'm totally on board with waiting to actually get on board with producing everything. But as far as just at least announcing that, yes, there is going to be a CCLP4, yes, it's going to be XYZ, at least in the most general sense possible, then sure, I don't think that's a bad thing, because for one thing, you're basically allowing designers the opportunity to design levels based on what you're telling them. I mean, there are some decisions about CCLP4 that we really should make, in a more formal sense. We really should put out there what we want the set to be. If it's going to be something pretty general filled with a variety of difficulty levels, we should mention it. If it's going to be MS or Lynx compatible or both, we should mention it. Just things like that. At least so people will know and that people can design accordingly. It's just, a nice courtesy for designers. One of my deaths was I forgot to get the fire boots, and I totally forgot this was hot, and I pushed that and I died. Pretty embarrassing. But more than that, I think one of the things that we can benefit from by doing that is at least we can see what we need. Because if we want this set to have some variety, I think we really should be looking at that. And the other thing is that we really want to be careful not to have too many levels. And this is something that I've been trying to tell everybody. And I know this sounds kind of a little weird because, you really should have plenty to choose from. But I think there is a danger in having too much to choose from. And we only need to go back to CCLP3 to see that, guys. I mean, part of the issue that I had with it from a staff perspective was that we had so many levels to make, and it was just so crazy. I mean, I think what I need to do is get this on the trap. I haven't done this part of the level yet. So I'm just going to put that there, and I'll bring the other one around. But as a result, it was much harder for the staff to actually enforce variety, and I'm going to confess, we weren't really interested in doing that, and we ended up not really going for that, which was to the set's detriment in a lot of ways. But when you have that many levels, no matter what, you're naturally going to get more positive reaction on the more complicated, innovative stuff that has, tons of, weirdness and, well, not weirdness, but, tons of complex things that, you've never seen before. That's going to satisfy the community's curiosity in a lot of ways. So, I mistimed that. So you really don't want to have too much of that. At least I don't think you really do. The other thing is that, a lot of times, and I talked about this on CC Zone, a lot of times we have this tendency to tell people who didn't make it into the set, by the way, awesome level, I really enjoyed it. We have a tendency to tell them, don't worry, there's going to be another one that you can get into if you submit again, which is true. I mean, look at Lazy Hourglass. I mean, that was submitted for CCLP2 all the way back in, 2000 or so. The set came out in 2002, but maybe 2001. But it didn't get into an official set until CCLP3, which was like nearly a decade later. But I like to think of those, after working on a couple of official sets, I like to think of those as more the exception to the rule, because honestly, everything just moves so fast nowadays that when somebody submits something and it doesn't get into a set, it's easily forgotten, especially if the next set doesn't come until years down the road. By that point, there's been new levels that have been made. The community has changed in its makeup and in its tastes and preferences. And, the new stuff that's made with the more contemporary preferences tend to get more attention and more praise. And the old stuff is just shoved off to the side, which I think is kind of sad because there is plenty of stuff to love in the old material. So, at the same time, I'm not really an advocate of, what I like to call designer fairness preferences, where you're trying to essentially make sure that everyone gets a certain amount of levels in voting or in the set, because you can easily compromise the integrity or compromise the quality of the set that way. I mean, there are designers out there who admittedly do much more to make sure their levels fit within the guidelines or rules, like compatibility issues or whatnot, than some people who just submit whatever they got without any heed to any of that. So I don't really think it's very fair on those people to say, oh yeah, you'll have to eliminate some of your levels from voting just to make room for, the so-and-so's levels that really didn't, have any care in making sure that they conform to the guidelines or the rules. So yeah, I mean, I do kind of have an issue with that. I also have an issue with retroactively deeming all the submitted levels from previous sets eligible for future sets. Because if you do that, you're setting a precedent for the, basically the ability to just increase the pool size for every CCLP every time. And that brings me to my next point. It just makes it so hard on the staff and the voters to properly test and evaluate everything. And honestly, being a part of the staff and heading the staffs up, I tried to make things easier on everyone on the staff just because I didn't want them to have to, do so much work. Ooh, Easter egg, yay. I didn't want them to have to do, a bunch of work. You know, I wanted it to be an enjoyable experience. So I took it upon myself to do most of the work. You know, I didn't do it to look good or anything. I mean, most of the time, no one really knew much of what was going on. And I think because of that, it can look easy to build a set, but it really is not. At least the way we did it, where, you know, you want to make sure you went through the process properly, where everyone can get involved, everything's tested, everything like that. But, you know, I don't really think that, you know, being less formal about it is necessarily a bad idea. And if it makes it easier on the staff, this is yet another reason why I think it's not a bad idea to just go ahead and just say that submissions are open and you can just submit whatever you want. You know, I think the benefit of that is that you've basically got an opportunity. Do I have to go around? I guess I do. You've got an opportunity to get the community involved from the beginning. You see what I mean? Because, I mean, we've become admittedly very adept at testing and, you know, finding busts and issues and levels and whatnot. You know, so why not? You know, just go ahead and put it out there. People will test them out. People will say, you know, you've got a problem with XYZ. And the nice thing about this is we don't have to worry about doing any of that. You know, the staff does not have to worry about doing any of that when the time actually comes for a staff to be formed. So yeah, you know, I think that sort of method will make it a lot easier. Guide this block through this maze to destroy the bomb by the exit. West through the teleport are 13 of each boot, including some extras. Okay, so we need to make sure that we go through this in the right order, starting with suction apparently. So let's go through. I don't know what that... I guess that just switches the toggle. Okay. Well, I can tell this is going to be a really long level, so let's brace ourselves. But yeah, that's basically my thoughts on this. You know, honestly, wait, water. Well, maybe there's some extra ice. You never know. You know, it's so early, I'm just going to start all over. So yeah, that's my thoughts on CCLP4. I'm not trying to rush the set. I'm also not trying to advocate for being a CCLP factory, because, you know, I don't think that's a good idea, but you really do need to keep up with just how fast levels are being made. At least I think you do. Because if you really do want to give people a chance to be in the set, like, honestly, I think that's the best method, is just to make sure you limit the amount of levels that are submitted. I know that sounds kind of harsh, but I do think it is worth it, though. And what am I supposed to do here? Am I supposed to go through there, or am I supposed to push that up? I'm going to assume push it up. Yeah, let's just do it. Problem is, I'm going to have to go around, and I guess I'm going to have to just get another fire boots. Oh well, we'll have to get another fire boots. Big deal. I actually wanted to make a level with this title, but I guess I just didn't claim it fast enough. Oh, I need a skate too. Okay, so there are situations where you need multiple stuff. You know what the boot area reminds me of? It reminds me of the level called Gorp from Eric S1. It honestly reminds me of that. Okay, I guess this is what this is for, right? Okay, do I really need to... Wait, I just need the force boots because I already have the other boots and I haven't gotten them stolen, so... Yeah, let's just get those. Yeah, this level called Gorp, it had like a bunch of boots at the very start, and I always thought that was the funniest thing ever. Now, how am I supposed to get that out? I guess I'm going to have to get the yellow key, but where's... Oh, it's up there. Okay, so I'm going to have to get the skates and the boot, or the fire boots again. Okay. Okay, I see where this is going. I see what you're doing. So in order to get to there, I'm meant to get these stolen. Is there a fire boot under that block? 'Cause I certainly hope so. Okay, there's gravel. Okay. Thank goodness, because that would have just been mean. How do I get back now? That would be good to know. How do I get back? Because there's like nothing over here to help. Guys, did we just trap ourselves? I mean, how would you been able to do this in the first place? I mean, I don't see another way out of here unless we use this. Maybe? Maybe you have to use this. Because, okay, I had to push this here. But in order to retrieve it, I had to open this door to even escape this area. I mean, there's no way around that. I had to go through the fire, and then I got my boots stolen here. So yeah, I don't think there's really any other way out of this. Yep, you know what? I'm just going to go this way. And am I supposed to go through there or not? I'm going to go through there. Great, I'm trapped. Okay, so there isn't a way up. I thought there was a vertical exit, but I guess there's not a vertical exit. Alright, let's try it again. Yeah, I'm kind of puzzled at that. Is there anything here that can help that I just missed? Or did I go the wrong way with this? Am I supposed to go over... I'm guessing this is toward the end, because the exit's over here. I think we were doing this right. I mean... Okay, so that's the end... Where does that go, though? Huh. Wait, there was a exit over here, wasn't there? Okay, so we need suction boots for that. At least I think we would need suction boots for that. Alright, now that we know what's under that block there, I think we're kind of in a better spot to make some judgment calls. We just need to make sure we keep up with everything. That's the key. And we can also go through here too, so let's not forget we can switch that. That is always a possibility. That's something I forgot about last time. So, okay, I need the I was about to say the blue boots. That just sounds weird. The flippers. It is kind of strange that in Tile World they're like water boots. They don't look like fins. They just look like a blue version of the fire boots. Which is kind of a little odd, admittedly. I just want to make sure I didn't have anything to do with that again. Maybe I could have avoided that. I don't know. Oh well. I'm guessing what we're going to eventually have to do is we're going to have to use this path to bring the block back into this room. I think that's what you're going to have to do. We'll see though, but that's my suspicion. Okay, so we get suction here. Okay, this is where things kind of went south. So we place this here. So in order to get around it, we do need the skates and the fire boots in the first place. And we do need that to be holding down the trap button for that trap up there. So there really isn't a way around that. And we do need to be using that block. That is the block. There's no other block around. Okay, so maybe we were doing this right, and we're just missing something. I don't know. So, this time what I'm going to do... Is there a way back through here? Such that I want to get, here's what I want to do. I want to get the fire boots, and I want to be able to just come back through here. Is there a way to do that? Because I'm not seeing it. I just want a way back into this area. Like, I don't think I can destroy the bomb. I don't see, I need the block here to get to that red key in the first place. Oh, wait a minute. I can just toggle the wall, right? Or no, is that just for the... Wait. Oh wait, no, I can just approach it from the bottom altogether. Except I switched the wall. Seriously, I just did that. You know, I just realized I could have just switched the walls and everything would have been okay in the first place, and when I did this the first time, right? Did I seriously forget to switch the walls? I must have seriously... Wow. Wow, okay. So, yeah, you can totally do that. Yeah, okay, I'm making this way harder than it needs to be. Okay. Yeah, sorry guys. This is a cool level though. I mean, I like it. It's got a neat concept. And yeah, I guess we can't do this because we really need that recessed wall down there. So, yeah. Scratch that whole idea. There we go. Okay. Sorry I'm being kind of quiet here. I'm just trying to concentrate. It's kind of late at night, too. I'm trying to find a better time to record, but honestly, my schedule has just been so wonky lately that I haven't really been able to find a good time. Okay. Let's do this again. We get this. We get this. Oh, right. That switches the walls from here, so... Oh, right. Okay, so the point of that is that you're supposed to enter through here. Wow, I can't believe I just missed that. That was silly. And I need... Okay, here's an issue. I need some skates, but... I need... Well, I guess flippers could be extras, so I'll just take those. Do I need fire? Yeah, I need fire too. There we go. I'm hoping that's I picked up extras and I didn't. Wait, no, I don't need fire. Really, I got those for nothing. I don't know where my brain is tonight, but I need suction. I could have just picked up a suction and it would have been a valid choice. Okay, so now I'm gonna need ice. So I'm gonna break into this one because we got more fire boots there. Alright, so I push that there. I can go... Oh, wait a minute. I think what I want to do here is I want to make sure that I go around to where the... Oh, wait, no, that's for later. That's for later. Okay, I have to push it here first before I do anything else. Okay, so with this, I need to make sure that I get suction first. Okay. And then I go for both fire and water, I think, after that. I'll get that. I'm trying to come up with a strategy for getting the boots just to make sure I unlock as much as possible. I don't want to be another one of those deadlocks where I don't have anything. Or I can't get anything without having to get something extra. That's what I mean. Okay, so fire and water. I like the concept of this level, but my only complaint is that it does go on for a little long. Like, if there's one problem I have with it, that's the only thing. It does go on for a little while. Thankfully, there is a nice high time limit, but still. Okay, so I'm going to need water and fire yet again. And also force floor boots, too. I do like these runs that give you 3. You know, just because that is nice. I'll just get all the ones at the bottom. I think we've cleared out enough that we can access a lot of different kinds of boots, so it's not too much of an issue. Okay, so let's open this up. We'll get you over there. I'm just really hoping I don't have to play this over again, because if I do, that's just going to be so bad. Okay, so this right here, it's looking like I'm going to have to use suction to get across that. But in doing so, I'm also going to have to... Yeah. I'm going to have to sacrifice boots, which is not cool. Or no, I don't, because I can just go right through the pop-up wall. Okay, so suction ice flippers. Suction ice flippers. I hope I have enough boots. I really do. If I run out of boots, I'm gonna be so mad. There look to be plenty left, but honestly, if we have more of these triple boot runs, that's gonna kind of worry me a bit. Okay, so now I just need to get suction again. Okay. It makes sense now. Okay, I don't have an open suction again, so I'm going to collect that fire over there. Okay, so for this, I'm going to need both ice and water? I do like how some of these obstacles are used more than once. Like, that's genius design. Like, I love how you can use something multiple times, but yet it works so differently. Oh, and this solves our suction problem. We can just do this. Except I'm gonna need to go through the... Oh. Oh wait, no I don't. I don't need to do that. I can just get some... Yeah, I can just get some suction and go right through the teleport. Right? I think I can do that. Let's try it. I can just go right through here. Yeah, there we go. Oh wait, I didn't even need the skates for this. I didn't even... Wow. I hope that's not... I hope I just didn't waste everything right there. Now I need skates. This is getting me kind of worried. I really hope I don't run out of stuff. Thankfully, I feel like we've gotten most of it done, so... Oh, I need fire as well. Silly me. Didn't even pay attention. And I'm always worried I'm going to just bump into one of the thieves. Like, that's kind of a concern. Okay, I'm just going to go in and uncover more skates just in case. Just in case. Alright, here we go. The thing is, where does this land? Because I wasn't looking at that, and honestly, I don't want to follow it through unless I really know what I'm doing. Okay, so I wasn't really going to be punished, but in Lynx I would have been. So that would have been bad. Okay, how am I going to navigate you out of here? So, first I'm going to have to push this to the right. I'm going to have to get some skates. I'm going to have to push you to the right. So you're going to be pinned over here. Wait, no, I don't even need skates. There I go again, saying things I don't even need. I'm going to need the, what am I trying to say here? Suction, though, right? Because I'm going to need to go back inside the teleport. But wait, I can't enter the Wait, what? Please don't tell me that that recessed wall section up there was supposed to be set, please don't tell me I had to wait to use that till now. If I had to wait to use that till now, yeah. Or this recessed wall right here. Oh man, I have a feeling that I just messed up this entire level. Except, wait, no, I can just exit out of the... Hang on. No, I can't, because if I push this over here to the right, then it's stuck, right? Because I can't really get out of the teleport that way without getting into the teleport that way, and I can't get into the teleport that way up there anymore. And now... yeah, I think I've basically cooked the level pretty badly. I mean, I can try this, but I'll show you what I mean. Like, I go over here. See, once I push that to the right, it's over. I mean, it's completely over at that point. So what did I miss earlier? That's the thing. I made a mistake way back at the beginning, and now it's haunting me now. See, I just hate that. That's not cool. Also, am I supposed to use the recessed wall there, or am I supposed to get fire boots? I'm gonna guess fire boots. See, once I do this, I can only go over here. I can't do anything more. Yep. Yep, I've completely botched this up. So you know what? I'm just going to continue this in the next video, because honestly, I am not in the mood to go through that whole thing all over again. This level is evil, 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 evil. I'm sorry, Josh, but... wow. This is just long. It really is just long. If it was, you know, a shorter thing, I can understand that, but... yeah. I'm just not a very happy camper right now. I'm sorry. Anyway, we'll continue in the next video. We'll finish this level up then. I may start in the middle, just depending on what mistake I made. But we'll continue next time. So until then, catch you on the flip side, everybody. Thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you then.